the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. Is where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours.
Well, the conditions that we experience in Sierra Leone are, of course, the product of decades of neo-colonial state oppression, massive corruption, neo-colonial state thuggery, imperialist machinated exploitation, multinational corporate exploitation, which has deprived the vast majority of the people in this country access to their own resources, access to a decent living.
Then they touch all.
This workshop is not the conventional kind of workshop that organizations normally organize. Part of the difference between this workshop and other workshops is that we are not an NGO. And what that means is that we are not funded to carry out our activities. The funds that we normally use for activities is generated by members of our own movement. This workshop is a revolutionary workshop. It's a workshop that is organized by a liberation movement, and a workshop that is informed by our desperate desire to find solutions to our own problems out of the meager resources or no resources that we have at our disposal at this moment in time. Fact of the matter is, we are contesting with organizations that have resources, and we don't have that, that much resources, or we don't have access to those resources. It's a very significant workshop, and this workshop is very crucial and key towards the realization of our objectives. And we are gathered here today as a consequence of a relationship that our movement has with the African People's Socialist Party in the United States. And that the organization, the All African People's Development and Empowerment Project, was established by the AAPDEP as part of its vision for the total liberation and unification of African people worldwide, which we are committed to. Our movement, since 2005, has been working with the AAPDEP to build an All-African Socialist, International, which is an African organization that will unite African people all around the world so that we can come together to find solutions to our own problems. And it's as a consequence of that Dr. Mr. Strongfields is here. So the other thing I want to say, the third thing that I want to say is that Dr. Mr. Strongfields is here as part of the first AAPDEP delegation visited Sierra Leone that was led and coordinated by Dr. Aisha Fields. We are extremely humbled and honored to have a very significant personality, well-experienced individual who has worked in the field of medicine in Latin America, in Cuba, and various other places around the world, and she's here to share with us information that will be key, to our own existence.
It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch all. It's where we to eat Africa. Yeah, the land is ours. They touch one, then they touch